Thought I'd do a quick overview video. This is the Wetnoses 2016 Ford Transit with the Wag'N'Tails Pro package. Figured I'd give current customers and future customers just an opportunity to kind of watch a video, see inside the van, see how the operation works. We want you to be as comfortable as possible. We want you to know what's going on, and frankly, we want to show off our vans a little bit. We've had this one for about a year now. It's coming up on it, and why don't we go ahead and take a look inside. So right off the bat, what you're going to see is it's a multi steps to get inside, which is great for heavier dogs and older dogs, and really any dog. Obviously, smaller steps to get in, no jumping in and out, no trying to take one large step or anything like that. Secondly, you're probably not going to be able to notice all the little sparklies in here, but this is the floor is coated with a non-slip surface. It's a marine grade, commercial marine grade non-slip flooring. Let's go ahead and take a peek inside. Let me go ahead and turn on all the lights. Second thing you'll probably notice is all of the beautiful LED lighting strips that are beneath the cabinets and up above a head. On older vans, and even on vans that are more of a do-it-yourselfer, someone who's converted them, oftentimes you're going to see fluorescent tube lighting, just like in department stores or something like that, which is a problem in our eyes because now you're introducing glass into the grooming area. I don't know how many people watching this have worked retail, but I have seen it before where they come loose and they slip out, and they fall, and they shatter, and they explode into a billion pieces on the ground. Which obviously would be an awful thing to happen in a grooming environment. So secondly, you're going to see this tabletop. It's coated in the exact same coating that the floor is. So this is a non-slip. This is really nice. Your pet is not going to be slipping and sliding all around. You'll see on some grooming tables, cheaper grooming tables in a storefront groomer, it's just going to be like a fake diamond plated plastic, which is great, which helps. This is just a cut above the rest. Those tables will still get slippery when they're wet. Another great feature, which you will probably not see very often, is we have a little gangway or a little board that slides out, especially, once again, bigger dogs, older dogs. There's no handling of them to heave them, to pick them up, and then to put them in the tub. They're just going to happily walk right across and right down. This, which we'll talk about more, can be, in a minute, can be raised up here. So what is that? 4.5 inches is the most they will have to step up or down, which is, customers. We have customers with senior dogs or dogs with leg problems, knee problems, missing a leg, and this is they just love our service for that reason, among others. So we'll go ahead and move into the tub. Obviously, this is a commercial grade stainless steel tub. Easy to clean. It's not going to harbor bacteria or any other kind of undesirables. It's a commercial grade stainless steel tub, which is great. If you've ever seen inside a grooming van that is an older van, or it's another do-it-yourselfer kind of thing, where so maybe a groomer had her husband do a conversion on it, a lot of the times it will be a tub from somebody's house, an iron tub or a ceramic tub, or even one of those polymer kind of shower tub inserts, and this is just a cut above the rest. This is what you expect when you have a a high-grade groomer come to your house. You're going to see these tie-ons multiple all over the place. A lot of tubs that you'll see, a lot of tubs that we're used to seeing or even using in a storefront groomer will not have this many connection points, which is makes it harder on the groomer, makes it harder on the dog in some cases. So if you don't know what these are for, you'll see this on the arm. This will be around your dog, and over here, it's a taller dog, it's a smaller dog, obviously down here. Many connection points throughout. It makes life easier for everybody. Multiple nozzles, multiple drains, keeps the water from rising, or if one gets clogged, we always have a second one, which is another unique feature that you're not going to see in many other grooming tubs if you happen to be one who looks for that. So I said we'd get back to this. This is a really, really nice feature. So when you're grooming a dog that's inherently hairier, or has hair around the paws, what'll happen is that you'll be washing the dog will be getting its bath, and he or she will be standing in its own dirty gray water while the drains are draining, or as they say, it gets clogged with hair and they start to drain slower. So what this does is it lets the water drain, and then your pet is standing on a reasonably dry surface, which is really great. This can also be raised up to this level on these notches, like I said, so you're getting, for the older dogs or dogs who may have problems, once you factor in the thickness of this, they're really only stepping about that much, and it keeps the water off. Your pet's not standing in its own dirty water. And also, for smaller pets, it's bringing up the level at which the pet is standing, which means it's easier for the groomers as well, not as much stooping or bending over. It just ensures more of a quality groom. You'll see a stainless steel door here. You may be wondering what this is for. So once the dogs are done being groomed, they're initially going to get a towel dry, and the dirty wet towels go right through the chute here into a receptacle into the back. They're out of the way. They're not generating humidity. They're not generating smell. They're not leaving wetness or dampness on the floor. They're not causing a tripping hazard. They're nice and out of the way, which is a really great feature. Up above, you're going to see a fan here. We also have one here. And we have a third one in the back, which we'll see later. Both of these fans are reversible, meaning that they can either take humid, stale air out, or they can bring fresh, nice air in. And both of them are able to be reversed. We even have a nifty little controller there that we can do that without reaching up and manipulating the manual buttons on there. So let's come on over this way. We'll take a look at the panel here. So we were talking about this is our vents, an additional light just in case, I suppose. Our vents have a commercial grade Cummins generator on it. We require no power from you. We provide all of our own power. We provide all of our own fresh water. We collect all of our dirty water. Nothing's going to go on your driveway. We're not spilling anything onto your driveway. We're not grabbing a hose from you. We're not trying to plug into your house, popping breakers and blowing fuses and all that kind of stuff, which some groomers unfortunately do have to do. On this is a really nice feature. This is a full panel that tells us, if we ask, a groomer may ask, before my next appointment, do I have enough fresh water? We sure do. It's full. Oh, how's our gray water tank looking? Do I need to empty it? Nope, it's empty. We're good. How's the battery charge? How is the propane? So there's never going to be a time where you're going to get a knock on your door and say, can I borrow some fresh water because I ran out? It's just, you don't have to worry about that. It's not going to happen with us. You also see here, and I noticed that, I mentioned that there was propane. Our vans have a RV level quality propane not powered, but propane heated water heaters. I don't like taking an ice cold shower. I don't like getting hosed down with ice cold water either. And neither does your pet probably, or neither should he or she have to worry about that. We have a propane heater on board. We even have a electric backup on that propane heater, just in case that that we run out of propane, or there's the gas nozzle got clogged and the propane's not there, it's not igniting. We have an electric backup. Your dog will never have an icy bath with us. Moving forward, we're going to see this is the hose for our shop vac. This hose goes all the way into the back, and it goes into the back, which you'll see later. You'll also notice this RV antifreeze only. I will explain that later as well. So after our girls are done, or groomers are done with their grooms, they're going to come back and they're going to vacuum up and they're going to clean up and they're going to make the van perfectly spotless and ready for the next pet. Your pet was never going to come into a hurricane of other pets' hair or anything else like that. Nice full panel. We got lights, exterior lighting, which is really nice. So there's a light, exterior light on the van in case it's dark outside. It's an unfamiliar driveway. It's an unfamiliar sidewalk. We want to be able to see. We don't want to trip or anything else while we're with your pet. We have that. We can turn it on before we even leave the van with your pet. It's just another thing that may not seem that important, but really makes life easier for everybody, safer for everybody. Up here, you're going to see the girls keep their scissors. It's all organized and very nice in there. I do want to mention that these latches, you can see there's a very positive latch on these. These are not going to accidentally come open. They are not going, you'll see all the ones over here as well. They're not going to come open. Product isn't going to fall on your pet or the groomer. We're not going to take a sharp turn while going to your house, and we're not going to come in the van with your dog and find a mess of leaking or broken open shampoo or product bottles, which is just another one of those little things that makes life really easy and nice and professional. Under here, it's a nice containment area for our fresh towels. I don't know if you can hear that through the camera, but that is a heavy weighted lid. That means there's not fresh, clean towels getting contaminated with other dogs' hair, dander, anything else like that. They're in here. When it's time to towel off your pet, he or she is getting a nice, clean, fresh, dry towel. Moving along here, you will see that more of the table. Those foot pedals, this is an electric hydraulic. The girls aren't exerting themselves to raise or lower this table. This table can go quite low, about here. So again, no jumping, no exerting of the pet to get up onto the table. Another nice locked area down here, that's for the force dryer, and this hose too is then for the force dryer, which if you don't know what that is, it just blows air really quickly towards your dogs. It pretty much blows the water off of the coat. So we'll just go ahead and see more storage. Charging center for the phones. We have a nice little Bluetooth speakers, so we can play nice music. We've also introduced, we have an aromatherapy diffuser that can be plugged in 12 volt cigarette lighter or USB charged, and it can sit here and it can be diffusing eucalyptus or lemon or any kind of nice scent while your pet's getting groomed. Helps with keeping him or her calm, and it's just a really nice little feature that we like to offer. If you come over here, and if you're watching this and you might be familiar with Chicago winters as we are, we have an RV level furnace. It's a propane furnace, and it's oversized, if you ask me, which is a great thing. That means there is no problem getting the inside of this van nice and toasty on those frigid days. Again, and then the hot and cold air come from there. Actually, I'm sorry, the cold air will come from here, which is connected to this. We also have a RV level air conditioning system, so there's no problem keeping this thing nice and toasty or frosty cool, especially with our nice fans going. Let's see what else we got here. In the front, you're going to see that you can see out the front window. You can, from the front window of the van, you can see through this door. Again, a positive locking door. Look at that, I can't even open it with that hand. And then you can see into the grooming area. Some customers, and feel free if you'd like to as well, they want to peek in, through the front window. And they want to check to see where their dog's at in the groom, or you see how things are going, and they are, you are free to do so. And it gives you a sense of comfort, and you don't have to be knocking on the door or kind of opening up the van and interrupting the groom. You can kind of poke your head through by the windshield and kind of see how things are going. Let's go ahead and from here we're going to go in the back of the house operations. If I don't know if anybody's particularly interested in seeing that, but I think it's a nice thing to include and kind of give you a full picture of what's going on with the van. So we'll go ahead and turn off the lights. Easy as that. Come ahead and get down here. You'll see a fire extinguisher just in case. When we close up the van and when we opened it, you'll probably notice this. It's a little business card holder. What had happened was the van's so striking and it's so attractive looking. We were getting our groomers kept on getting interrupted by people knocking on the door and asking for business cards or asking further questions. So what we did is we just put them here, so that if someone is interested in the service, they can come ahead and pick a business card, and our groomers and your dogs are not interrupted by somebody asking questions, which is nice. Here you're going to see this is our exhaust for our water heater. This is for the furnace. Come back here. Open up the door. You're going to see an industrial. What's the other end of this? An industrial extension cord here. This is for just in case. Say something goes wrong with the generator. There's an unforeseen problem. We need to finish our job. Worst case scenario, we can plug into your house, and I will show you how that works momentarily. I'm going to open up the other door here. You're going to see that third fan that I was mentioning. You're going to see that chute that I was mentioning. So there will be a nice clean white basket right here to collect all the towels, and at the end of the day, take the towels out, go clean them up, and fresh ones go in the front. You're going to see a full breaker, an electrical panel, just a lot like in your house. We've seen, when we first started, when we were looking at vans, we'd seen some ones that, one was a horse trailer that had a tub from a house that was propped up on, rotting wood because it was gotten wet for however long that it was in service for, and underneath it was 6 deep cycle batteries to be used for power. And it's just, you don't want to put your pet or yourself into a situation like that. So that's my little spiel on that. An additional little light, and in addition to the ones up here, this is our shop vac, obviously, that I was mentioning from in front. So it kind of goes down into there. I don't know if you can see it. Look at this van is a year old, and we still have the plastic covering on the handles. I just try and keep this as very, very nice as possible. I mentioned the gray water. When the gray water collects at the end of the day, the groomer can come, when they come back to base, pull this blade valve, and it goes ahead and dumps the water into the grass. We have a hose to hook up to the drainage pipe, and it goes right on off into the grass. In here, you're going to see, there we go. It's in a nice little, almost like a soundproof box. Well, at least it helps with sound. Is our commercial Cummins generator. That's down under here. And in here, the only thing I want to show it, and again, is that antifreeze system. You see it says winterize. And Wag'N'Tails did a really great job on the piping in here. It's gorgeous. So what happens in these Chicago winters when it's, single digits, and we know this because it happened with our first van, is that the pipes are made, PVC or PEX or something like that. Well, when there's water in there, now you're talking, in the evening time or something, it's nighttime, in the middle of the night, it's in the temperatures in single digits, the water will freeze and those pipes will burst. With this system that we have, when we know that it's going to be below freezing, what we can do is we winterize it. So we flush out any of the fresh, clean, water, and the system refills itself with an RV marine grade winterizing liquid. I think it's like an alcohol or glycol based, and it doesn't freeze, so it keeps those pipes from freezing. Keeping those last minute cancellations. You don't want to hate to have an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning and only to get a call at 7:30 because the pipes burst and there's literally no way to move water from fresh tank to hose or to nozzle. Over here you'll see the AC in the main shore. It's the main shoreline power, just in case anything ever needed to be hooked up. It's marine grade. It's locking. It's really nice. We'll hook up the fresh water here. A nice freshwater inlet. Alright, so I think that should do it. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment below. If you're on our website, feel free to ask any questions that you may still have. We'll get right back to you. Alright, thanks again for watching.